Hey guys, how's it going? This one will hopefully be a quick one, just a couple explanations, but the parameter scans are going to make total and intuitive sense. Let's say that our strategy from the last guy was close, right? And we're like, maybe it's just the momentum window. Maybe it wasn't 252 trading days, maybe it was, 6 months. Let's cut that guy in half, 126-ish, or whatever the case is. The cool part about that is you can easily parameter scan on Moonshot. You can see that you simply import the scan parameters, you call in the strategy, right? Remember the UMD demo? So it's basically saying, hey, use this guy, and you can pick any of the variables that come from UMD, right? So you could check the top 30%, 20%, whatever the case is. In this case, we're actually checking the inherited parameter on momentum window. So when we come back here, window is a parameter which is a part of the UMD demo class. So we can easily scan against it. So param1 and vars1 have to match. So you basically say, hey, momentum window, that was the exact guy from UMD. Vals that I want to go through, 252 is the one, our original one. Let's check 126, let's check 63. These are going to be the dates. Here's going to be the output CSV, and then we're going to run and we're going to check it. You can see that when we check it, we get the return values, essentially a lot of backtests all at once across multiple parameters. So you can see that when our momentum window went from 252, basically 1 year momentum, right, went from 3%. Hey, 6 month momentum was a 7%. I'm like, hey, that's actually pretty interesting if I use 6 months of momentum. You can see that our Sharpe ratio bumps up quite a bit to almost a relatively decent Sharpe ratio, right? Like 1 is typically like okay, right? Like anything mid 1s to 2s that can scale is considered a good Sharpe ratio. You can see the drawdowns are about the same for here. You can check the average daily holdings, and then here's where you get the cumulative return. So you can start parsing through and going, 252 really dominates in 2018, but after you get the, late 19 run up, the 6 month momentum starts to dominate. And so you can start teasing apart why, when, how your strategy worked across multiple parameters. And the cool part about that is in this parameter, we just have one parameter for momentum window. You can dual parameter scan against both. You can see I put in a second parameter, and so I have top N% and momentum window. Now let's run these guys. Now the cool part is when we run these guys, we actually get these matrix grid looking returns. So you can see that the best combination of the two was at the 252 momentum window by the top 30 percentile of the ranking category. For whatever reason, right? I'm not saying that this is a great strategy simply because I parameter scanned and now it's better at that point. But I'm saying that if you have two parameters that intuitively make sense together and you're just looking for like these fine-tuning details, you can end up with quite a bit better. You can see that the Sharpe ratio for this guy actually becomes 1.1. Hey, this strategy actually looks good now. It still needs, again, make intuitive sense, but we simply it's still the 252 window and we have a 1.1 Sharpe. Pretty good. And then we can come down and we can check out the cumulative returns relative to all the various scenarios and build outs of all the parameter scans. I hope that this was informative. That's going to conclude the Moonshot introduction. Obviously, there's so much more in here. Please refer to the docs. If you have any questions, toss them in the comments. Please, like, rate, subscribe, come back for more videos. Guys, I really appreciate your time on this intro, and we'll make some really cool stuff coming up. Thanks. Have a good one. Bye-bye.